YouTube. This is Risk Amusement Park Fan 62. While being on a more family friendly approach now, here are some trick or treat tips slash decoration safety tips. Now, decoration safety first. First, make sure everything is either staked down and the plugs are tightly plugged in where you don't see any metal exposed. The reason for that is you don't want a child looking down and see a metal object and tries to touch it because then the child could potentially get shocked and you get yourself into a lot more issues from there. Next is for stuff you have tied down, such as inflatables, blow molds, cemetery, whatever, and you don't want people walking through that part of the yard, make sure you have it roped off in some way. You can use caution tape. You can use some of that cheap tape you can find at like Walmart, the dollar store, stuff like that. You can find it in different versions. You can find it like with zombies and stuff like that. That's another good way. You could set up something to make sure people don't go. A rope could work too. But I suggest either to make it more festive, either like caution tape or any of those like zombie caution zombie tapes or something like that, just to kind of make it a little more creepy looking. Now, also, if you're gonna have fog, my best suggest and strobe lights and stuff, my best solution is to have a sign at the front, like what you see in haunted houses, amusement parks, stuff like that, that says caution, um, fog, and strobe light in use. Now, also, if you do like a haunted trail or something like that, that's another good idea is to have a sign that's like caution, strobe light in use, fog in use, latex mask in use, um, something like that to warn you, to warn the people. Now, the last thing is this. The best idea is if you don't want, so say for example, some kids can't have nuts or something like that. The best idea is to do this. Now, if this may cost a little bit more to do, but this will save you in the long run, is you can either buy two types of candy, one with nuts and one without nuts. Or if you want just to save money, you can buy the type all without nuts. Um, and then the best idea you can do too is you can buy one of those. I think they're teal. Uh, I will look that up just to make sure and put it in the uh, down below. One of those, I think it's teal pumpkin. Like you can do like either a regular pumpkin painted teal, or you can just get one of those teal pumpkin pails from like Walmart or something, and be like we're a nut free house. Um, and if you want, you can make a sign to make people feel better. Be like all our candy is nut free or something like that. So now we get on to trick or treating. Um, Now with trick or treating, this all of this is simple to do. First, um, for if you have a costume that is all dark, such as like to name a few things, like Scream costumes or Darth Vader costumes or whatever. Make sure you can have something to let people know that you're there. It can be like a reflective wristband. It can be a flashlight, it can be whatever, just so you don't get hit, because you still will be crossing the street at times. The next thing is this: keep an eye on the weather, because you don't know what the weather is going to do any time of the year, especially Halloween night. With Halloween just turning fall a few weeks back, the weather's still trying to adjust on what to do. And then for other parts, it could be snowing, it could be raining, it could be windy, it could be sleeting. Trust me, I've had all sorts of that before. But just keep an eye on the weather, um, and dress accordingly to what the weather says. So if the weather says it's going to be hot, you may want to change your costume up to something else where you won't burn up. Um, or if it's going to be cold, keep that costume idea around. So just keep an eye on the weather. Um, the best thing to do also is to have maybe a flashlight or something, just so you can see where you're going, especially going up steps, just going down the sidewalk, just to make sure you don't trip and fall, stuff like that. Now, if you see a house that either does not have a porch light on or any lights on whatsoever, skip that house, meaning that means they're not participating in Halloween, um, due to number of reasons. Now, the last thing is this: some houses will kind of can go extremely scary. It can, whatever, um, for decorations. If you think that's too scary and you have a sibling that maybe is not afraid of it, maybe have them get the candy for you. Um, they can say like, my younger brother, sister, whatever, is scared. Can I have a piece of candy for them? Most houses will understand. Now, once you get home from doing that, check all your candy just to make sure that it's not been tampered with in any sort of way. Um, Now, I'm not saying this can't happen, but I'm saying it's a good idea just to make sure, um, you don't see like a small Snicker bar that where it's been ripped and taped back, stuff like that. If you see that, my best advice is just throw that away. You don't know if someone has put something in it or whatever. Just throw it away. If you think something has been either tapered with badly, or has something that could kill you, my best advice is just throw that away. Now, if you think it's something where maybe multiple of that has come out, you could call the police, but you can't really think that just because yours has been, yours has been tampered with, doesn't mean the other person has been tampered with. You just don't really know at this point. And my last thing is this, and this can go for both trick or treating and decorations. Make sure everything and you are safe. Halloween night. Halloween is meant to be the one night of the year to have fun, uh, be somebody you normally don't want to be. So means, if you're a girl, for example, and you want to be a Disney princess, you can be a Disney princess. Same if you're a guy and you want to be Scream or whatever. Um, as for decorations, those are the same way. If you think something could potentially catch on fire or whatever, um, either don't. My suggestion is don't use it.